take toll and say it is also sad that NGAF now we are talking of audit reports of 2015. Honorable Speaker, if my maths are right, that's 11 years. That means, Honorable Speaker, when the audit report of Kirinyaga that Honorable Njeri Maina today is oversighting, most likely, Honorable Speaker, it will be done when she is the president or maybe I'm the president after 11 years. And this Honorable Speaker says that either there is something wrong or, Honorable Speaker, there is something very wrong. And 11 years of usage of public funds without oversight, without accountability, Honorable Speaker, is against the Constitution of Kenya. And this House, Honorable Speaker, under Article 95, is clearly mandated to actually look at the usage of our hard-earned taxes, Honorable Speaker. While we agree that the two funds that we have discussed today, Honorable Speaker, the NGAF and NGCDF, have a good model that can be emulated by this nation, Honorable Speaker, I just feel that it is not right, and we will call your office, Honorable Speaker, to check further and see the recommendations that come from this House that will involve making it prudent on the audit reports that we are talking about. And Honorable Speaker, I believe we might be here talking about NGAF and NGCDF. What about over 1,000 government agencies, parastatals, wings, funds that would be in the same level? It means that, Honorable Speaker, we will be speaking of scandals. Maybe we will unearth scandals of 2026 in 2035. That is dangerous. Honorable Speaker, that is not acceptable. And because I believe this House is progressive, there is a need to relook on how we can make that better. Honorable Speaker, I also rise, Honorable Speaker, to say, and Honorable Member for Kiharu has raised very serious and pertinent matters. Honorable Speaker, we are here at this time, and Honorable Member for Kiharu is saying that calls were made to make sure that the Kenya pipeline that was under the IPO and it was undersubscribed, calls were made to use money that is meant for pension in NSSF to buy shares for a place that they were clearly not interested. Honorable Speaker, if this House does not really call for a special audit and questions to be asked, then we will be failing in our mandate. Honorable Speaker, if we are today talking about selling our assets, then we start rebuying them without a question of what if these pensioners lose their resources. Then, Honorable Speaker, this will be a very bad precedent that we are setting. We have just put out two of our government assets to sale. What about the rest? Will people find their monies misused through the real things that we are talking about? We are looking for resources to do infrastructures, Honorable Speaker. And I dare say, Honorable Speaker, even the infrastructure bill that we are discussing here, we must have NGCDF enlisted as people that are supposed to enjoy that infrastructure fund. Because, Honorable Speaker, whatever we call infrastructure, we cannot say These are resources that are supposed to be set out of this house. We can't give our mandate out. We cannot release our mandate to State House. We cannot say that somebody will be sitting down rewarding people that come and say two-term. It is not acceptable. This house has its mandate from the people. And this house must realize its power to ensure that public resources are well utilized. We should also ensure GAF is part of the implementation of the infrastructure fund. So that, Honorable Speaker, when Gacheri sees it's important to have a KMTC in Kirinyaga, is able to get resources from the infrastructure fund that this house is debating. And this is how we are going to make sure the resources get to the right people. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, I want to say that we have also seen an explosion in the use of cash, hard cash, in various, I don't know whether to call them political events, but they have a name called empowerment, whereby leaders are moving around with more than 100 million here and there. Honorable Speaker, who audits these funds? Who actually allocates and say that this fund came from here? That's when you hear somebody has used his budget in 2 months. And most likely, Honorable Speaker, knowing Kenya, if you find somewhere 100 million has been released to do something, whatever amount that gets to where it's supposed to be used is less than 10%. It is less than 10%. It tells you, Honorable Speaker, that questions must be asked, answers must be given. And that is the only way, Honorable Speaker, that will be living the dream of our Constitution and reliving the dream as it is written in this House, Honorable Speaker, for the welfare of society and the just government of the people. Government of the people. I call upon this House to ensure that we don't read audit reports of Honorable Gacheri in 2032. Let's ensure we are up to date when it comes to matters idiot. Honorable Speaker, I submit.
The Honorable Samuel Moroto.